most of the people, sky's the limit. To most of the people who love aviation, sky's the home. Hello everyone, this is Khyati Chauhan, and today here we are with another video, and today we have with us a very interesting man, Captain Tapesh Kumar. So sir, tell me about yourself.
So, my name is Tapesh Kumar, and I'm currently a captain with Jet Airways on the Boeing 737. And I've been with the company for about 5.5 years now. Otherwise, I was born and brought up in Delhi itself, and currently 25 years old. And I'm currently the youngest captain in Jet Airways. And I've done my schooling from Delhi itself. Did my initial flying from Giants Aviation Academy, and after which I eventually got a job in Jet.
That's great, sir. So when was that moment in your life that you decided, now this is what I want to do and this is the career?
So my story is something like this. My parents and the society in general, they wanted me to become an engineer. They wanted me to prepare for IITs and get into a good engineering college. But so I did try for that, and all of my 11th and 12th I took coaching for it. I studied for engineering, but unfortunately I could not make it in IIT. So this was back in 2010, and so eventually I decided to drop 1 year after my schooling and still prepare for these engineering exams. But eventually in about March of 2011, I realized, exactly on 17th of March 2011, I realized that engineering is not exactly my thing. So that's the day I told my parents that okay, I can't do this and I'd rather become a pilot.
That's amazing, sir. That usually in nowadays, once a student gets into one career, it's very difficult to shift, and you had that guts to tell it and do it. I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you.
So you mentioned about CPL. So can you just tell more about CPL?
Okay, so my father has been in aviation, so that's the main inspiration for getting into aviation. I've known pilots pretty much all my life. I've grown up with pilots, you can say that. So that's how I decided to become a pilot. So when I decided not to do engineering, the second option, which was always there in the back of my head, was to become a pilot and get a CPL. So CPL is basically commercial pilot license. So it's just like a license to drive cars. It's a license wherein you can fly airplanes. So that's basically what CPL is, and to get your CPL you have to clear certain exams and you have to fly for about 200 hours from a flying school. So once you're done with all these requirements, then you eventually get a license to fly.
Okay, so what are the challenges you faced before getting CPL?
Okay, so the challenges that I personally faced, or maybe someone else who wants to become a pilot would face, would be one, the main primary factor is the cost involved in becoming a pilot. So on the whole, you need about 50 lakh rupees from being nothing in aviation to being on the right side of an airliner. So cost is the major factor. Other than that, physical fitness is a very major factor. There are medicals conducted by Air Force. You need to be fit in those medicals, and otherwise the training is not very hard, I would say, but yes, you do need to study, and flying is, of course, it is a learning curve. So not a very tough training, but yes, the cost involved and the medical fitness are major factors.
Okay, that's great, sir. So according to you, what is the primary approach a student should take in the initial stages when he thinks that now I have to
Okay, so initial stages could be either after 12th, which is the best option. So if you decide to join aviation after 12th, that's the best thing you can do. Otherwise, even if you join after engineering or even after working for a few years, that's also not a problem. It's still as good. But so initially the first thing you have got to get done is with your medicals. Once you're medically fit, then a good idea is to clear your exams first and then eventually go for flying and thus get your CPL.
What is the certainty of this industry as in termination, in terms of termination? Do they just give you some beforehand information?
Okay, so the youngest age that you can be a pilot at is 18, and we can work all the way to 65. So that's a lot of years of flying. Plus, once you join an airline, you do sign a bond for a few years. But otherwise, as long as you're medically fit, as long as there are no hiccups with your career, no crashes, no incidents or accidents, your job is absolutely safe.
That's good. So usually जब हम कार चलाते हैं तो कभी कभी दिमाग में आता है कि चलो zigzag कर ले और हम कर ले, तो जब आप ऊपर रहते तो आपके मन में कभी तो आता होगा कि कुछ तो करते हैं
कभी कभी आता है जब स्टार्टिंग में ट्रेनिंग करते हैं, तब छोटे एयरक्राफ्ट उड़ाते हैं, तब सबका मन करता है, जब अकेले होते हैं एयरक्राफ्ट में, कोई और साथ में कोई पैसेंजर नहीं होता है, कोई इंस्ट्रक्टर नहीं होता, तब सबका मन करता है स्टार्टिंग में कि कुछ उल्टा करें जहाज़ के साथ, जहाज़ को थोड़ा नीचे उड़ाएं या फिर कुछ स्टंट्स करके देखें। बट जब इवेंचुअली एयरलाइंस में आ जाते हो, जब बड़े वाले एयरक्राफ्ट उड़ाते हो, तब जब पीछे 200 लोगों की जान हाथ में होती है, तो ऐसे स्टंट करना या फिर इट्स नॉट अ वेरी गुड आइडिया।
So what is the current scenario in aviation in this now?
Currently, if you ask me, it's a great time to join in. In 2008, there was a dip in the industry. A lot of airlines were going bankrupt at that time. But as of now, currently, everyone's in very good shape. All the airlines have new aircraft coming in. They all have new orders for aircrafts, and everyone's hiring new pilots. So if someone wants to join aviation, then I'd say it's a very great time to join.
Okay. How did you feel about Procusa?
Procusa, I believe, it's a very great initiative by Voix to help young artists and upcoming people to get in touch with the correct kind of people and find their direction in life.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed a great pleasure for us having you. Thank you.